and welcome to our today's DIPESH Expert Talk. Today with a wonderful and beautiful woman based in Abuja, Nigeria. Her name is Sonia Somuvie. Hello, Sonia. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Regina. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a wonderful pleasure even for me. We will speak about the topic, the importance of skilling kids and youth in ESH, the Young Champions ESH program. Sonia, she is the founder and the active center of the initiative called Ecosmart initiative. She is moving and forwarding around with a diversity of the important environmental and humanitarian fields based in Abuja, Nigeria. Sonia, so far we are knowing from each other, you know. You are a very active personality in that fields of sustainability, and that in each levels that are needed. But before we come to the topic himself, let's please our audience know who is Sonia Somuvie and how she became that personality with importance and something else what I want to call as beauty.
Okay, thank you so much, Reginald. I appreciate the platform and the time. Well, my name is Sonia, as he has said, and I'm from Delta State, Nigeria. Okay, so Delta State is from the west region of Nigeria, mostly around the rainforest. I grew up where I was born, from my own place, and I had a very intimate relationship with the environment growing up, right? Now, you know, you get to school, went to the secondary or high school, and you have like this 10 years period where you were so busy with your life. And one day I realized there is heavy tree felling, our environment is way hotter, we're losing our rivers, the diversity of insects, and you know, even on the street, you can see fishes in the little waterways, and they're all gone, right? So no cricket chirping.
That's true. Over here, the same. Yeah.
Yeah, no cricket chirping. There is heavy urbanization, and it was beginning to dawn on me that, okay, something is wrong. And I think that was where my interest in climate change or sustainability came in from. How do we maintain the natural habitats of the place while we live in it as humans or carry out our daily activities? So that is where the passion was born. At the moment, we've had about 10 projects, had about 20,000 beneficiaries, but you know, we're taking it to the next level. We're taking it beyond sensitization. We're starting our 50,000 tree planting project phase 1. And hopefully, if we can get enough plants in the environment, the right insects or diversity can, you know, reproduce. And hopefully we get back to how it used to be. I loved that as a kid, I could run outside without my clothes on to play with my friends. You could, you know, just pick up insects, pick up birds. This nature was, you wake up to the sounds of nature, not clocks. And we've lost all of that. Thankfully, Nigerians are beginning to warm up to the idea of climate change, sustainability, and they are beginning to see environmental protection as part of humanity. You know, how we relate with other species in our environment. And I'm glad that I have now a tool for this message and my organization too. So thank you.
Oh, not that for, absolutely not that for, you know. What it needs, even that we as Voice 8 in the DIPESH, you know, trying to bring people together in the regional, in the local, but of course also in the international base, you know, to start a huge move. Actually, we are trying to get the biggest movement ever, bringing together for living sustainability. What comes anytime with humanity? How can it get split from each other? It's not possible at all. Yeah, but what you are describing right now from your area, I spoke it out already, you know, I feel, where are the bugs? I have to make the question mark, where are all these bugs? They're not anymore there. So
it's a valid question.
It's a really important question, I believe. You know, of course, we get nerved about, okay, the mosquitoes coming and stuff, but the biodiversity going together of course, with climate change actions, I believe there is something not spoken out, you know? We speak about, okay, energy, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I should not call it blah, blah, blah. You know, of course, all that important stuff. But who is thinking about the biodiversity? We will not survive, actually, if we don't think about that. Who will be the one? Who will be the one, you know, to bring the seed to the flowers so we have fruits? So all is then...
And that can be exhausting. Nature can take care of itself. We saw that play out during the lockdown. And I watched closely countries like Australia, New Zealand. You saw animals coming back from where they migrated off to. Even within Nigeria, there is a resort I often would go to in Bauchi State. They had their lions return. They had some of their, they have other animals within the conservation resorts come back. So I feel like if we let the universe take care of itself, if we reduce our impact, you know, especially industrial impact, or we consciously do it in a sustainable way, that for every time it takes something out to replace it, you know, just like you promote in DIPESH, it's important that your business is sustainable. It's important that your innovations and your development are sustainable. If you carry that in mind, let your CSRO also revolve around restoring the environment. I think we should be fine. I think so.
Yeah. You see, Sonia, what we was doing right now, outside of the topic that we was fixed on it to speak about today, how to skill the youth in this, we explained first what is in our both minds, like important marks, you know, that we should all speak about. So when I come back, and I'd like to build now the bridge to our mainframe topic. So what are you doing actually, and what is so important? Of course, I know that by myself, but let's explain it. What is so important to skill actually the youth and the kids, and that what is the most important thing to bring even to, of course, the families to bring something done? How did you do it? And how do you do it?
Okay, so the kids do not have a set mindset just yet, right? Their ideas are not cast in stone. They are continuously stimulated and asking questions out of curiosity about the environment. And I think it is best to start early to teach them that it is important that we show humanity to the environment. It is important that we are mindful of how we relate, you know, how we exploit, explore, and, you know, introduce stuff into our environment. Also, it's just to give them a sense of that green consciousness, you know, give them a sense of ownership, a sense of patriotism, not at a country basis now, to the environment. And, you know, teaching them that it is not about your contribution to climate change. It's the fact that your little action can help us, can help people outside here, can help people who are currently suffering it way worse than we are having it. And that if you are kind enough to other human beings, when you relate with your environment, you should relate with it in a way that, you know, that you should relate with it with the consciousness that my actions can either make life easier for others or worse. And that just the way they are inheriting the earth from the older generations or the ones who are gone, they took care of it. We also need to take care of it so that when others come, right, they are able to enjoy the earth also. It's habitable for them. And hopefully, you know, I think so far so good. They are warming up to it. They love the idea of it.
Yeah, I believe, I think it's an emotion that I feel already, you know. This is kind of passion that is growing up for this. It's not anymore like we need to. I think and I believe these youngsters, and yeah, they grow with that because it's a field, you know, you don't need to get skilled, you don't need to have a degree, you don't need to go to school for it to do something impactful. What brings me now to the ESH program. Speak a little bit about it. So what is the structure behind?
Okay, so the ESH program is tailored to target school children. It's the safest and the most, the safest place really, and the most reactive place, I think, at the moment, to speak with kids in their numbers and to speak with them according to their age group, according to their level of understanding, exposure, economic state. So the message may not be the same word for everybody, but the intention behind it is the same, right? It's about saving the earth. So when we go to urban areas, we teach them based on the level of technology and innovation available to them. Now, when we go to rural areas, we teach them in relatable manners. Like I said earlier, where are the bugs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what kind of program can work out if you go?
Where are they?
Sorry, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Our connection.
Yes. So the question they would also ask.
Now we are back.
Oh, okay. I'm back.
Okay. So
Hello.
please repeat
Sorry.
the last. All good. All good.
Okay.
I mean, you spoke about, of course, when you call it rural areas, yeah, or when you go to neighborhoods, different kinds. Of course, it is about transmitting in the right form the messages they are needed, but also, of course, includes at first the conditions they are based there around. You know, I mean, it sounds maybe crazy. You can only work with the people and that what kind of conditions are surrounding them there locally.
Yes.
I think that is absolutely and the only key doing something successful with them and together.
Yes, the idea is to communicate to them clearly in a simple term and with realities they can understand.
Yeah, sure.
We are going to start with Abuja and extend into other states, especially states that are beginning to face harsh climate conditions in Nigeria. And you'll be surprised that when a child tells their mom, oh, don't throw out the mango seed, can we plant it behind the house? It's moving for the mom. Right? So the mom or the dad is thinking about survival, food, bills, and the kids are like, while we are at it, why don't we save the environment? So kids can be a very important tool in transmitting messages like this because it helps adults slow down to think, oh, I wasn't thinking about this in the first place. Okay, how do we do better?
Can I break it down to two sentences, you know? What you are doing makes you proud. What you are doing is absolutely effectful. What you are doing is not only a need, it is even a chance to get filled up with passion from the generation that is growing up now. What makes even the base to have a hope that we get something done in the field of environmental protection and even above that, right?
Yes. So our plan is with that, the joy we are finding or the goal we're trying to drive at here is to create future advocates, environmental enthusiasts, and impact makers who are pro-peace in their pursuit of restoring the environment. People who are doing it from a place of love, from a place of humanity, real sustainability, from a place of, giving back. And personally, as the vision bearer, I said to my team on Saturday that this is the one thing I think that if I can do right, I'm satisfied with my life, knowing fully well that we are able to revolutionize the thinking ability or the thinking process of Nigerians, Africans at large about how we relate to our environment. And just because we have it nice doesn't mean we should ruin it. If this is the one thing I feel that I can handle or like push through with by getting Ecosmart, getting our message out, getting our messages out, getting people to think right and act right, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Let's still shout out loud what should be so it becomes a reality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Sonia, really, really thanks for that. I mean, only to let our audience know, actually since September last year, we are working together, you know, the DIPESH, the Voice 8 Association,
yes, yes,
Ecosmart, and even with the Richard George Foundation, with education programs and stuff like that, what I only can call it's huge and important for not the decades coming up. It's important even for now. So Sonia, thank you very much one more for your meanings, not only for your meanings, for your facts that you were spreading out by our today's expert talk from the DIPESH for the audience. You can watch us out on the DIPESH platform on YouTube or go to www.dipesh.biz. And even don't forget to check out the Ecosmart initiative from Sonia Somuvie. Sonia, I wish you a great rest of the day. We will see each other soon, online or live. We will see about that, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Have a good one. Bye-bye, Sonia.
Bye. Thank you.